Yo, what is up, everybody? It is your boy Skywalker OG coming at you with another Rise of Kingdoms video, and today we are going to be talking about my boy Ramesses and how amazing this dude is in the ruins, why I use him in the ruins, what talent trees I use on him, the gear that I have on him, and well, overall, all the questions that I have been asked by people PMing me that I've been fighting or by my alliance mates. I will answer it all in this single video right here about my Ramesses. So with that being said, let's get on into it. Let's get on into his gear first. All I'm running is the Ramesses Set gear. Obviously there is better gear. You can run the legendary gear. What you want to do with Ramesses and his gear though is stack as much HP or defense, archer obviously defense, as possible. The skill damage amulet would be a very good thing. Obviously I haven't been through HA yet, so I have absolutely no HA gear, and that's actually what I am saving my materials on. And this is a cav main account. This is my alt, but this is a cav main account, so I am a little bit shy on gear. However, I have been able to rack up quite a few kills in the ruins when the enemy side really isn't fighting that much. I've still been able to get about 4.5 million kills, and I will show you the reports from that and explain the reasoning why I'm able to get that many kills. And yeah, I mean, Ramesses, dude, he's just a beast. Anyways, so you don't really have to have the best gear on him. You can run full epic revival set. Obviously I am going to continue to work on the procs, but legendary gear, I'm not going to dip my toes in the archer legendary gear. I am sticking with my calves, so I will only be getting him on the epic proc gear route. And again, you just want to stack as much defense and health onto Ramesses as you can. The combos that you can run with Ramesses is Ramesses Artemisia, Ramesses YSG, Ramesses Tommy. Just about any archer pairing is very good with Ramesses. Ramesses El Cid is even a thing. Obviously with the new commanders you can run Ramesses Cyrus, Ramesses Nebu. I do not have those guys yet, so I will not discuss them or how well they do. I will discuss the march that I specifically do use, which is my Ramesses YSG, and I use that march in the ruins for just about every single time that I go into the ruins with this account, and that is because I love Ramesses. The reasoning behind that, or I love Ramesses for the ruins, and the reasoning behind that is because the amount of infantry that is brought into the ruins is insane, and the only, well, realistically it's the amount of infantry and Kaz, and the only march that I found difficult to beat, or I've had any troubles with beating so far with my Ramesses, is Herald or Saladin marches. Other than that, my Ramesses just completely claps them, and obviously we're not even running full legendary gear, so it's not like you have to be geared up to the hilt to make Ramesses good. He is already a very solid and very strong commander. Let's get into his skills and explain exactly why this man is so strong versus infantry. Right off rip, we have him expertise, so we get the heal immune effect for 2 seconds. That is an amazingly strong skill against any infantry march, because just about every infantry march that you have, besides the Guan Heralds, do have some kind of healing ability, and you're going to stop all and any healing effects that pop off for the next 2 seconds. Now, what this means is if you're attacking a Richard and you proc this skill, and the Richard's heal procs during the time of this skill's healing immunity, he will not get a single drop of healing from Richard's skill whatsoever. Not to mention the fact that you also have a 30% decreased defense to the march, and it doesn't specify infantry, but again, we already know that infantry are very tanky. They definitely need their defense, and they definitely need their health. If you're able to reduce that, obviously you're going to start getting good trades on them, especially whenever you're archers versus infantry. While on the map, which obviously the runes is on the map, while on the map, archer units led by this commander gain 40% increased attack. That is an insane amount of attack for a base white damage numbers. You're going to be seeing a lot with your trades, usually on the archers, you don't care if your white numbers are lower than the enemies, because of your skill damage is going to surpass that of your enemy. But with the Ramesses, you're actually able to get your white damage numbers even if not above the enemy, not to mention the massive amount of skill damage that you're going to be doing depending on who your secondary commander is, obviously. Skill damage taken reduction of 30%. Well, let's go ahead and read the whole skill. When troops led by this commander consist of only archers, which you obviously need to be using only archers because many of his talents and skills only affect archers, or only give you buffs when you have only archers in his march. They take 30% less skill damage, which is an amazing debuff. You need skill damage reduction. There's a lot of skill damage in almost every single march out there in the ruins or in the field or even on the garrisons. There is a lot of skill damage coming out of all of the commanders out there, except for like a Richard Constantine or a Leonidas, obviously. When attacked, this is when attacked, so that means if every time that somebody attacks you or goes to attack you, this is going to give you that 10% chance to gain a 40% attack and a 40% march speed for 3 seconds. The march speed is meh, I don't really care for that. It does help you maneuver on the field so that you don't get swarmed out or caught out, but meh. I love the archer attack bonus though, because you already have a 40% archer attack bonus in his second skill. To throw another 40% on top of that is an insane boost, guys. That is an insane boost. Obviously they're going to lower it to a 10% chance because of the fact that it is so very strong. And then on his fourth skill we have the healing factor of 500. The normal attacks of troops led by this commander have a 10% chance to heal a portion of slightly wounded units and grant troops 40% increased defense for 3 seconds. Obviously every single turn that we take we're going to be doing a normal attack, so that's okay for it to be a 10% chance. You're gonna run about 6, 7, 8, depending on who your secondary commander and your talent trees are. You're going to be running 7 to 8 normal attacks before you proc a skill anyways. Base flat value will run 10, but obviously you're going to have some talents or some other commander skill that's going to affect your rage with Ramesses, because you're going to run Ramesses YSG, or you're going to run down on the attack skill, which is going to give you a little bit extra rage here. You're going to get a little extra rage here on the razor sharp. So yeah, you're going to get a little extra rage regen. Now if you're running the Ramesses Tommy, I definitely would recommend a little bit different of a talent tree path, because of the fact that when you're running Ramesses, you really want, or when you're running Tommy, you really want your skill to pop off a lot slower, because you want Tommy to put as many stacks as she possibly can get down onto the target before she procs that skill. So removing razor sharp or removing burning blood wouldn't be too bad, I guess. I personally would keep the burning blood to get the effortless, but you could get rid of the razor sharp and come over for a little bit of the armor joints, unyielding, maybe even a little bit of archer health, something like that. But that's only if you're running the Ramesses Tommy. Like I said, if you're running Ramesses YSG, you definitely want to keep this rage regen up in there, so that way you can pop off those skills and get the damage down that you want from the AoE, as well as Ramesses Artemisia. I would assume Ramesses Cyrus, Ramesses Nebu would be the same, but again, I don't have them to test them to let you guys know. So once we do have them, once we do run some tests, we will get that information to you guys and put it out there in a video. Let's go over some of these. Oh, we got a nice event. We'll make a video on the event possibly. I don't know if I'm gonna go for this bundle. We'll have to see what we got. We do have the recharge, so we might get it. We'll see. We'll put that in a different video. We'll discuss that later. But let's go over some of these reports that we have from our Ramesses. This is from Arc. Obviously, we're not going to talk about that too much, because the Arc buffs obviously are skewed. You get extra attack, extra skill, blah blah blah. It's not the same as a war scenario or a ruins, and that's exactly what this video is about, is Ramesses in the ruins. But this is Ramesses in the ruins. This is me focusing that Richard Guan focusing me. I don't know why you'd run Richard Guan, but obviously me, if I'm running Ramesses, my #1 target on the field is all these massively fat, juicy, tanky Richard marches because of that heal immunity. Oh my goodness, I love seeing Richards, I love seeing Constantines. I'm just going to focus every single tanky march there possibly is on the field. That's me. Obviously, if you have a Saladin in front of your face, if you have teammates, you want to focus down that Saladin and get him the heck out of there, else he's going to be reducing your skill damage. He pretty much counters almost everything that a archer commander is trying to do, so you definitely want to get that Saladin up out your face, get it out the way, or just back up if you don't have the players behind you, because that march will start giving you bad trades, and that's not what we're here for. So we do need to pay attention to who we are targeting. Here's another Charles YSG. We got a Guan Alex. I was sitting by their pass, so this dude was able to hit me a couple times. I just parked my march up against the pass, let him hit me through the pass. He didn't really like the trades. I'm running T4 and he's running T5. He didn't really like the trades there, but of course I kept my march there and I just let him keep coming to my Ramesses YSG. Because like I said, guys, this dude just eats infantry, and this man just wanted to keep throwing infantry at me. And you know what? I was like, yeah, I'll take your 25% expansion, even if I'm at half a march, and I'll still just put it down on you. And we pretty much did. I mean, we're running T4 versus T5. We got almost 2-to-1 trades on troops. The power difference is well in our favor. It's really like a 1 to 1.5 trade on troops in the favor of the enemy. I'm not saying that we took the trades. The enemy definitely took the trades because he's using T5, we're using T4. But on the hospital bill, he obviously had the worst hospital bill, so I'll take that trade. And we're also getting the AoE value from YSG. Ramesses YSG is my favorite march for the ruins, and it's because of the AoE value that you will get off of YSG. And if you have the proper gear on your Ramesses, you're really not squishy. You're really not going to be threatened or running away when players target you, because it will result in numbers like this. As long as you target the right marches, you're going to rain down hellfire on everybody else, and you're going to take down the march that you have selected by an immense amount. It's not even, the trades are going to be nasty, guys. I'm telling you, Ramesses YSG is one of the best marches for the ruins or the dark altar, hands down. I mean, the reports just speak for themselves. This is pretty much all I've been using, as you see through the reports. I got a couple of Teletakedas. I even saved our bad reports just so we can show them and show how the trades are going, even whenever we're kind of taking the bad end of the stick, I guess you would say. See, we ran a little bit of Teletakedas there. Again, we're just putting it down the Guans. Realistically, you won't really see me get any bad reports until you see Heralds popping up. Heralds did kind of give me a bushwhacking. Saladins gave me kind of a running over a bit. Other than that, I haven't found anything that runs against Ramesses YSG and beats them. I mean, I can even target Attila Takedas and do very well against them. I don't know what the honestly don't know what the counter is there, why my Ramesses YSG is doing so well against these Attila Takedas, because it shouldn't. I don't see anything that synergizes there. Maybe y'all can leave me a comment and explain what's going on that makes Ramesses YSG pretty dang good against Attila Takeda. Obviously, here's one that he got me. There's a good one. But again, this is one that I'm not even focusing. Like, I'm not even focusing this guy. He's just getting all up in on me while I'm focusing this march up here. So, I mean, I don't... Again, I think that Attila Takeda would be doing more damage, right? Am I wrong? Like, I don't know, man. Ramesses YSG, it's just another thing, dude. It's just another thing. It's a very insane march. Again, here's a Saladin YSG. Every time I run into Saladins, man, they give me a hard time. Alright, we're going to start going through all these reports. Obviously, you see what I'm trying to get at. The value from the AoE is amazing. You definitely want to focus the infantry marches. You see the amount of infantry that's just being brought out here onto the field by these players. And it's just in every single KVK. Every single KVK players are running these infantry marches. And that is what makes Ramesses one of the best Ruins commanders, hands down in this man's opinion. And let's go ahead and show the kills that I've gotten from this KVK. Obviously, it's not that much, guys. We haven't had a lot of good fighting. We haven't really had any fighting at all. Our honor's very low. But again, we haven't had any fighting at all. It's been pretty lackluster. We got 4.4 million kills. That's straight up just all Ruins kills. That's no war. You see what it is. I mean, we're at the enemy's paths here right now, stacked up. They don't want to come out. You scroll down to their allies altar, and yeah, what do you know? The A Kingdom actually traded off altars with their B Kingdom because they know they can't fight us. So that's the situation we're in. But again, guys, I personally think Ramesses is the king of the ruins. And if you have the sculptures to invest in him, I do think he's a very good march. So with that being said, peace out. Leave a like, subscribe, and let me know how I'm doing. Peace.